So in our first episode with Leeds United, Daniel Farke had to cook, and the only way to describe his food is lukewarm. It's just eatable. The form is going okay for him, but the form still has to do better. As today we're trusting the gaffer, and we're backing him in the transfer market. Yes people, welcome back to episode 2 of the Leeds United career mode, ending out season 1 with a 4-0 Hull City win. Or that ending out episode number 1, our mods are finally working, we should have all the new kits and everything. Really excited to keep on going. We've got a face for Trisoldi, who the fans are still begging to play because obviously if you've seen episode 1, you know how well he did. If you haven't seen episode 1, make sure you check that out before this one. Subscribe to the channel as well, we're really trying to pump subscribers into the second channel if you're watching it on this, because it might get a full movie on the main at the end of the year. This is the team that we've got halfway through the year, however. Rodon's been the captain because Ampadu actually fell out for a bit. Tanaka came on in that game for him and did really well, scoring a goal, but I have checked the comments. I want you guys fully dissolved in these rebuilds, if that's even the right word. We've got 31 million. That can go up, because obviously we can get players out to get new players in. We've got position swaps on the go, but there is one position swap we've already completed. And you guys are focusing on Okafor, saying maybe we could get another winger, he can do okay. But in all honesty, I kind of agree with you. In terms of goals and assists, his output isn't great. He's got pace, but can that pace be exploited from our bench? Because Nonto, he's got the same. He's had his chances in a Leeds United shirt. He's kind of not took them. I can remember that whole palaver with Everton, where he was rumoured to leave for so long. I think it's time he actually leaves. He has submitted himself a transfer request, so he's doing what he did last season. Or 2 seasons ago. Here's the bids coming in for players Mateo Joseph. He is never going to be used, so I'm going to try and just get money for him. Lucas Perry as well at the moment. We can't really sell. We don't have room for a backup keeper. It's something we can go back into later on, but for now, steady the ship. Focus on who we actually need to get out. Is that Jayden Bogle leaving? His release clause must have been met. He's gone to Brentford. No. I mean, we do have James Justin. We've received cash, 46 million. That's not where we wanted to focus on actually signing. We might have to look there again. I don't know why they actually needed him when Coyote's there, kind of fullback, because he was kind of playing as a fullback as well. We've got Logan Rhodes out on loan. Could we recall him, make him a right-hand-sided player and trust him defensively? Probably not. Probably a bit weak at his stage of development. But yeah, we're going to have to change our focus up because James Justin ain't playing. Not every single week anyway. We've only got one player and he's out of position. Leeds United are on the hunt for a right-hand-sided player in the defensive position, and we are linked to numerous. And these are the 4 players in mind. Now, there is a clear winner to me who we play who won't cost too much money, so might leave us getting 2 players in. And then Kalali, he's too offensive. Linked to Leeds a little bit in real life. James McAtee with a bit of a link. But then again, offensive. Not offensive as in offend you, but very far forward thinking. This man isn't a right mid, but I think if we change him, Kellen Fisher of Norwich. In the Premier League, you need a quota of actual English players. He's only 22, and we do lack English players in this league side. Not British, plenty of Welsh, but I'm going to bring this man in on a cheap. And I'm going to assure both the fans and indirectly the manager, this isn't the end of our business, it's just the business we needed to do with Bogle leaving. Besides, he's only on the bench right here. We are at Ellen Road, and that manager is happy because he knows he's got another player coming into this club. Don't worry, Farke, and the new kits. We're going to have the new kits with every single team. We're going to have new kits next season as well, I hope, to get them built for the Premier League as well, by the way, because I said this was going to be a fun season. I did want to push for Europe. At this point, looks like we might be lucky to even stay in this division with the way we've played. We definitely need a big player, a marquee signing today, who is going to actually lift us up, with Okafor playing for his position, us playing for our status. James Justin, he's in the team. Is that a handball? Yes, it is. Jarkunya in the defence. He's massive. Just use his frame. Seems like he uses his hand. And Trisoldi scored a penalty last time out against Hull. That's unsavable. The goalie even went the right way. Now he's got a face as Nicolo Trisoldi. And he's got 12 goals in 22 games. Fine finish. And a fine dive, by the way, as they're just playing it about a bit. They haven't really threatened. Although we're almost at half-time right now. Harry Wilson struggles to keep the ball. He's a player in this game who doesn't play like real life. Real life a lot more assured. In this game, a lot more whimsical on it. He doesn't take it, run past 3 defenders, and again, that's kind of my fault. It is not sealed by half-time, however. Still 1-0. And you know what? Do we do it? James Justin unhappy. I don't get why. And Fisher isn't unhappy. I think Justin's a bit aware. He's aware that the replacement is coming in. Goodmanson's not aware that he's the man who's supposed to be out wide. He's trying to pass it out. That was sloppy from him, but he jumps back on it. All the way on this right-hand side. Harry Wilson. Can we get some Wilson magic? The only magic so far has come from Tresoldi. We don't. And Elliot Anderson is still a Forest player. That's a chip into Cali Mwendo. Cali Mwendo around the corner. Race against Gibbs White. James Trafford ain't winning that, is he? 5th goal for MGW. We don't want draws. We want wins. Anton Stack. That's a brilliant ball forward. Okafor, try and save it. He can't even cross. Yep, he's the man coming out of this team. He's also the man that can play up front. So maybe we could get rid of Lucas Nemecha. Calvert-Lewin is coming off the bench in this game, so I might eat my words around him. Hopefully he scores the winner once he's on. Not Cali Mwendo slipping it in. And it's another chip attempted. Right, this is when we make some changes. James Justin had a bid in from Brentford. I've got a short list together. I don't want to sell any of them players. We've literally got listed players out for transfer. Not Calvert-Lewin. He's done that himself. Brendan Aronson, definitely not on a free. We'll have to fix that up. But then again, will he sign a contract? Probably not, because he is transfer listed. Wilfred Nonto I want to get rid of. Harry Gray, keep. Being the owner of Leeds United is actually harder than I thought. At this moment in time, not one bit of focus on the league from myself anyway. Just getting players out, and Nonto goes out. He's found a home in Benfica. One of the players I was looking at was from Benfica. Then again, no chance in a swap deal. We've got 50 million. And as you can see here, I've been on the phone to Jurgen Klopp, who used to work with Red Bull, hoping that he could put a good in word for me, but now he says he's gone for the Germany job. He can't, which leaves us at our own progression rate, and these are the 2 players. Now, Antonio Nusa. He was the obvious choice. He's the one from Red Bull. As Leeds United owner, I watched Norway in the World Cup quite a bit. I really liked the way they played, and Schneiderrup was really good. He's the man from Benfica. 4-star, 4-star with the finesse shot, with the technical ability. The hairstyle that I can't even speak, matches Harry Wilson. And I'm going to offer bang on the nose, 42. With a 3% sell-on clause, that's admirable. As in my opinion, some great business. We've got another left winger in. Not the number 16 though, that doesn't really live up to any hype. If you know on the main channel, the lucky number for a kit is 28. And there he is walking into this game. On the 28th, the manager pulling the strings. Fark does look like someone we can trust. I'm so glad we didn't sell Perry to actually go and play, because, yep, guess who's in goal for us? A big Brazilian, because I think there is an injury to James Trafford. I'm going to have to check after this game. I just let it auto change, because I'd already changed the squad, putting Schneiderrup in it, hoping that he can have an impact. He's probably played some games before this. Tanaka is in, and Tanaka is testing Whitworth. Looks like their goalie's injured as well. Dean Henderson, Dino, as there goes Wilson. Wilson low at the edge of the box. There's Ampadu. The crossbar is still reverberating, says Derek Ray. There's Justin Devenny over the top. Adaramola, we need to make sure they don't get it forward. We're kind of matching shape here. We've got the 3 at the back that we are rocking. Here goes Daniel Munoz, who would fit this system perfectly. But we've gone with Fisher, who's almost as a right midfielder, behind Justin. Are they offside? No. Do they want to come out of the corner, though? There goes Jean-Philippe Mateta onto Justin Devenny. Trying to get out and make the tackle. We just can't get anywhere near this ball. Marcus Rashford. Brilliant tackle, Rodon. Of course, on an ex-Manchester United man. The big Leeds tackle had to come in if Ampadu gets that right, which he does. There's a gap in the centre of the field. Flick that on. Tresoldi. Ao Tanaka. He looks for the German again. And here goes Surloff looking for a bit of an angle. Goes edge of the box. Justin Devenny. Blocked by Rodon. That's a bad tackle. And it's offside anyway. Come on, we've got 10 minutes left. There or thereabouts. And that's a terrible touch by Ao Tanaka. Letting them kind of straight in. They're definitely in now. Yeremy Bino. Big save, Perry. I wasn't expecting it from him. Nice one. As that's the ball straight onto Xhaka Bijol. This is when we go and win the game. Harry Wilson has to go to this side right here. Justin's just come on. So he's just in time to potentially provide. No one's getting up the field. but we'll find a ball into Tanaka, onto Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I said I wouldn't sell him. I said we weren't done with the big man. And after the game, out comes Daniel Farke saying we're all aligned at this club. From chairman to player, we're getting better, we're growing with our performances. And I've got to say, I do agree. I think the signings have been better for this squad. Fisher's not there yet. Schneiderup's at that 80. We've got full 80s up front. And Trafford's injury is a calf tear, so he is out for 83 days. I'm going to have to get on the phone again, this time messaging Barrow, because there is Argus Papadopoulos out on loan, the youngster. If we recall him, do we get an increase? No, we don't. But at least he's back in Leeds colours, as we're definitely going to need him for the bench. Getting a nosebleed now up to 10th position. With the next game up, oh yes, you guessed it, United, before United in the FA Cup. See, I didn't even realise we had the cup. And I'm going for the Emirates FA Cup instead of the league with that 10th position. I kind of see us safe. We do want to go for Europe, but we can get Europe through this competition. They're very quick to start off with, but Ampadu is quicker. We've changed the team up. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Don't rush it, please. Get it right. Amad Diallo touching this down, but yeah, we've got to play the rivals here. I don't know the league result at the time of playing this one. Goodmanson, where are you going? Okay, back to Perry. I was thinking about playing past Papadopoulos, but then when I saw away from home, I just thought maybe a little bit too eager with it. Schneiderrup is on the bench. Now, Okafor is in. That's begging to be hit by Ampadu, and Onana's the one to save it. At least we've got a cool kit away from home, but I would have definitely liked to be at home for this game here. Anton Stack with a really good win. Noah Okafor, who's got to prove himself in this team. He always runs out of space. He's not running out of space here. He's scoring. That is so poor from Onana. Realism on how poor he got. 1-0 against United, and it's the man fighting again for his position. That being said, Anton Stack almost created that entire move with his ball win. And here we go. I had to put Justin in because I'm trying to keep to as much realism as possible. And if Fisher was playing, he's probably cup tied. He would have played in the FA Cup already for Norwich City. So let's go around this way. Onto the left anyway. Flick that on Goodmanson, who should be changing to a left mid. Domination like last time out at Old Trafford. It's another save by Onana. You've just got to try it when he's in goal, but we're keeping the ball. There goes Tariq out wide. I still need to learn how to say his second name. Goodmanson, Anton Stack, keeping the ball. The most possession we've ever had is against the rivals right here, and their ex-player, James, isn't there because he's let Justin in front, and he scores the second. Is that another assist for Anton Stack? This team is flying. It was Ampadu, but this finish from a man who's primarily a right-back. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Great goal. Then again, they're going to come straight at us. Benjamin Šeško looking over the top. Ooh, Perry's cutting a line. Or drawing a fine line by coming for it. We should have made a lot of substitutions like Nemecha, who in my plans has never really been in there. James is still onside here. He was supposed to be the next Ryan Giggs. He wasn't. He's the next Leeds legend if he gets another goal here at Old Trafford. He was stopped and it's a break. Don't know where all our team has gone. That's got to be a goal for Jadon Sancho. We're just watching him chip the keeper then, are we? Poor from Tariq, but there shouldn't be too much added on time. I say that. Cost the fine 10 minutes. It happens 9 times out of 10 now. We need to sneak maybe for another. There's Noah Okafor having the game of his life. Gabriel Goodmanson, he can cross, but he gets it all wrong. And for the second time in 2 years consecutive, Leeds United, I think, are into the semi-finals. Oh no, we're nowhere near. We've still got another round to play after this, but a huge win against Manchester United, our rivals. Now it is my turn to tweet. I'm saying we're aligned from manager to team to tactics to signings, everything. And I think it's about time I actually spoke to the manager one-on-one with Daniel here. Gaffer, I think everything's going well here. Is there any more support you need heading into the finale of the season? And he says the only thing he could do with is a little bit of clarification between which competition gets focus. Is it the league? Is it the FA Cup? Is it just both? And I'm going to say 65-35, league to cup. I feel like we've survived by now. I don't know about you. Can we fit into Europe? I mean, Gabriel Goodmanson's going to try and help us. Now he is comfortable as a left midfielder, and we are comfortable finding goals. Tresoldi's brilliant, so is Harry Wilson. I'd say they both need to turn up at Ellen Road, but I am starting them on the bench because We should have the cup. I think it was just before this, but like I said, the focus is the league and Chelsea are in town. So yeah, we're going with the team that won at Old Trafford, hoping that momentum's on our side. Nothing happening off the field. No return of James Trafford. Dan James with slick footwork. I don't know the results or don't know the table at this moment in time, but Dan James! Don't forget what me and the gaffer said. It is a unit that's just working, and look at that. We didn't even have to pressurize them. They just know our shape, and that is a horrific tackle, which I think should be blown for. Thank you, referee. Free kick here. Yellow card, Yor El Hato. Anton Stack on this. Don't forget, I know about the real-life free kick against Aston Villa. I went for something different. We've probably hit a steward. And they've got João Pedro taking throw-ins. They're their own corner flag. Don't know what that's about. Chelsea look miserable, horrible. Dan James scores the easiest goal of his life. We genuinely didn't have to field a full squad. This Chelsea team looked trash. Tanaka is on form today as well, by the way. A few assists for him and Stack. So that's a good ball into Calvert-Lewin. He needs to maybe earn a contract, although he has been signed up. Dan James looking for that little gap. He can look for it again. Look for, well, that was supposed to be Goodmanson, but we are flooding forward with Chelsea just standing off us. I can still bring the big cavalry on. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. We've got Schneider up. They've got actual Garnacho coming off. That's sad. That's very sad. We've got Tresoldi on and Wilson on, our top scorers with 29 goals put together. But when the backup man starts and scores against Chelsea, Enzo looks to be on the wing, and this is when they actually get the better of us. When we get too far forward with James Justin and Goodmanson. It's João Pedro into Cole Palmer. Oh, Perry, man. That is so through you. That is just so soft. Well, this is why we put these players on. And I thought that Chelsea so far have been the worst team that we've faced. We need a fluke goal from Schneiderrup like he did against England. Stack wins the ball back after very lethargic Moises Caicedo having a terrible game. As here goes Goodmanson. Goodmanson's got the gap. Goodmanson, in the 91st minute, toe pokes it in, and the Swede at left back, after the work of Anton Stack, has surely won the game for Leeds United at the end of this season, making it 3 wins in a row. But I did ignore that cup game. It is a defeat to Nottingham Forest, meaning we're out of the FA Cup. But in 7th, and that is the position I want to keep, Manchester United look uncatchable. 7th should be enough for Europe, especially if there's an English winner. And so far in the Champions League, City still going. Europa League have Liverpool. The Conference League has no one, which might affect us, but still, English winner. That is what we need, as now social media posting coming out from Ethan Ampadu. The club captain's a bit unsettled. I think the gaffer has to go to speak to him, not me. So Farker says, "What is up, Ethan?" He says, "Game time, boss. I'm not one to throw a paddy, but I think everybody needs to know. Before this injury, I wasn't getting played and I was unhappy with it. Now I'm experienced. I understand that Anton Stack and Tanaka have done very well, but I just see myself fitting in somewhere else if I'm not going to play here." Then the manager, though, comes up with a solution, saying, "Ethan, what about dropping back to centre-back? You've been running the midfield for a while now, but if you've got good link-up with Rodon, you still think yourself as a passer? We're looking for passers out to the wings." Well, he doesn't look unhappy. His form is good. I mean, he is injured at the moment, but we're going to try and change Ampadu to a centre-back, like the manager's saying. And still no change for James Justin. Ignore the transfer request. I don't know why he's done it. Probably because of Fisher, who also isn't a right mid yet. Now we're going to sim towards the end of the season, with the odds now getting released, and Leeds United actually are 3rd out of 4 between 7th and 10th to actually finish 7th. And yes, I guess it is Spurs and Chelsea chasing us. Yeah, I understand that, but I think we have to be the favourites. We are playing like prime Leeds when there was on that big form last season. In real life, and look at that form. We beat Liverpool, we beat Spurs. There's a reason I wanted to play Brentford on the final game of the season, because it's a flashback to when Leeds United under Jesse Marsch just survived. Raphinha crawled the length of the field on his knees afterwards. I always remember that, and it is a team that were chasing our spot. Now it's between us and Chelsea. If Chelsea get a big win, which they can do, they'll try to take our spot. James Trafford back, so he goes into the team. We are going with the strength of Stack and Tanaka, which has really worked well, both 28. Schneiderrup and Tresoldi in here as match stats. best player is Nicolo Tresoldi. Just absolutely worked wonders. We needed a striker and he has scored goals to keep Leeds where they are, so player of the season has to be him. The closest man to taking that throne, Harry Wilson, and he's actually got an ACL tear. It is a vital injury for the Welsh right winger, which leads to protests online. The Leeds United fans saying, do it for Harry Wilson, do it for Leeds. That is the exact mindset we need. Keith Andrews, brilliant manager, 12th place for Brentford. They could definitely stop us getting into Europe. And it is away from home as well before the new kits come in. Love it. James Justin, straight back to Bornau. I would have put Ampadu in straight away even, but he's not really ready due to the injury, which is a plaster one, but I'm still not playing him in this game. Gabriel Goodmanson, pressure on his back, but he goes around the corner into Tanaka. Early goal is what we need right here. If we're onside Justin, it's a chance to whip the ball in. The worst thing as well, by the way, and I don't want to speak this into existence, is a draw here, because if we draw, it means, oh my days, that Chelsea can still climb above us. What a finish. Igor Thiago, massive header. And the Brazilian has Brentford beating and upsetting Leeds with a phenomenal header. I want to see it again, the G-Tech. No, I don't. It's this stupid angle. I ain't got 5 days to wait for it to load, so let's just get back on with football, shall we? Dan James keeps the ball into Bornau. Sebastian Bornau into Rodon. And now Stack, turn his man, please. There we go. That's what he's been really good at doing, turning and going. That was a foul. And it's a familiar face. Of course, Bogle's playing down this right-hand side. Means we might have to go to the left a bit more. That is sloppy. Anton Stack, I don't want to shoot with him from there, although he's scored before from there. Tresoldi, he went to turn, but we've got to turn this game around. 1-0. I'm going to throw Ampadu into the defence. I know he's probably too injured. The play styles offer something. See, this game as well, if we were 1-0 up, might have been actual chance for Lucas Demetra, Aronson, players like that to depart the club, because I don't see them playing again. I see us replacing them and get a decent farewell. But there goes Igor Thiago, finding a bit of a gap. James Trafford was not sure of it. Going very close. Ethan Ampadu's got the captaincy back. Come on, he needs to be lifting a Conference League or something next year. 8th place might still do it, but still, I don't care for 8th place. Chelsea still shouldn't catch us, but I don't want to leave it to chance. What a block by Aizer Khan. Even won a goal kick from that, stopping Schneider scoring in the meantime, as he's actually come off for Noah Okafor. Just because I signed a new winger doesn't mean I'm not going to play the old one. That is a terrible pal or ball. Collins we kind of took out. Fabian Schade we need to take out. He's let the ball run here, and that's a brilliant ball straight over the top. Tresoldi looking to feed in Okafor, battling with Jayden Bogle, the ex-teammate. They'll have a laugh about that afterwards, but definitely not now. Tresoldi around the corner. Gabriel Goodmanson. He goes from range. Goodmanson. James Justin picking up on a very loose ball. Round the corner. Clipped at the ankles, but Brendan Aronson, he sees it. Vision is good. Straight onto Noah Okafor. We could go around the corner. We've gone into Stack instead. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'm running out of breath about this man because he comes off the bench. I refused to sell him. That, my friends, brilliant assist once again. The 4th of the episode for Anton Stack, which confirms Leeds United might go into Europe.